I don't know how this matchup goes. I actually have no idea, because Game & Watch historically is a very good anti-zoner character. Destroys things like Samus. Oh, this is top 16. Okay. Yes, it destroys Samus, destroys Snake, right? Destroys those general zoner characters, but Mega Man's probably one of the most unique zoners in the game, because he doesn't use things like big explosions to get his stuff. He doesn't even use projectiles very often. He uses those weird pellets and then gets back airs. So it's less of that he zones and more that he conditions you to then choose an option to approach and then punishes it with either leaf shield or back air.
I think you're absolutely right, and I think Velta works really well with Mega Man in that sense, because I know Velta is a player that's like, he'll get what he wants. He'll pellet your shield and get you to jump. He'll get you to shield.
Yeah.
He'll get
and
all of
shout out to Velta dripping right now. Crazy drip.
Clean jacket.
Clean drip, dude. Clean jacket and chain. And then you pick Mega Man, so it's less cool, but it's all right.
I like Mega Man, honestly.
No, you don't.
No,
you don't. You don't have to lie. Listen, I know we're commentating. You don't have to lie. Nobody likes Mega Man. You don't have to lie. It's okay. But wait, so pellets do charge up bucket. I thought they would be reflected.
Yeah,
Do you know if it's like strong or not? I'm guessing it does like 1%,
it's
right?
It's like 2%. You know, it's not going to be strong. And if anything, once you have bucket, now you don't have bucket to get it.
Yeah.
Anymore,
So one of the things that I feel a lot of people do in the matches in Game Watch is if you have a projectile that's not very strong, just use it a bunch. And once he has bucket, then just start using it even more, and he can no longer reflect it. Then he really doesn't have good approach options, because what is he? He's just kind of like this short, stubby guy that isn't very fast, and all of a sudden, without bucket, he has to just run at you.
Yeah, exactly. And like now you're talking about approaching versus a Mega Man, which is a phenomenon. And you saw he just threw it away.
He just threw it at me. He just wants it to absorb.
It's a liability at that point.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. And Mega Man, by the way, one of the, if not like top 10 best edge guarders in the game. Mega Man's backer is so good because it lasts so long.
Yeah,
you can do another one right after it, and you can do like a rising and falling one, and it just kills at like 80.
Yeah, absolutely. And
down rumbles up the top.
Also, specifically, is also a phenomenal ledge trapper as well. Again, he'll get you to do what he wants. He'll condition you at ledge with an F smash.
Exactly. Yeah, still like the F smash. And one thing I do want to see coming out from Velta is that, well, yes, those forwarders aren't really hitting right now. Those forwarders are so strong at just randomly killing. Because although Mega Man isn't the best at killing, for example, like if you can get him like 180, you don't have a solid guaranteed kill move besides back air maybe. But a random forwarder, I think, will just delete Game & Watch in the air.
Yeah, it absolutely will.
Just like that, right? Yeah. Just if Game & Watch loses to one thing mainly, and that's disjoints. And I don't know if it's very disjointed or not, but it's a pretty fast arrow that just beats him in the air. So get up attack. Oh no, actually goes to the get up leash shield. It's super safe.
Yeah. That was a good play. He's gonna get a fair maybe? No,
3 forward airs.
Fair, yeah.
And this thing about Mega Man, right? Like, yes, you won't get the crazy 100% combos maybe with an up air, but like you just want to rack on damage slowly, play the long game. Downer coming out though.
Like you're saying, exactly. Like I was in call with Velta the other day, and we were like watching VODs, and we were like saying, I know you want to go in, you want to get 100% combos, but you can't. You're Mega Man.
You're Mega Man.
You get 100% in a row.
And like, yes, right. It sucks that you can't do those random zero deaths, but like this character is insane. If you look at the stuff that Mega Man has, Mega Man loses almost no matchups. Like the character is very strong.
It's a great matchup. He loses
great
a
matchup.
couple, like, Wolf and shit.
He like loses to Wolf, maybe loses to like a Sword. Choke, I think, is bad. Peak is bad, but like Fox. But besides those matchups, like
he's good enough to where like
you can beat anybody. You really can with Mega Man
You're
because
top tier, right?
as long Mega Man's one of the most rewarding characters because if you play well, the better you play with him, the better the results are guaranteed. Unlike somebody like Fox, where maybe yes, you'll play really well, but like you get cheesed early. It's hard to get cheesed as Mega Man, dude. The character has a great recovery, pretty heavy, but on the opposite side, it's Game & Watch.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, we had it. He didn't release it right in time, unfortunately.
So how do these sets usually play out? Do you know who has that like head-to-head?
And honestly, I don't really know, but they usually have close games every time.
It is looking pretty close right now, and this is the top 16 qualifier, so obviously both very good players, and with a pretty storied past, I'd expect Velta to take this considering he's higher on PR, but at the same time, I mean, Doofus is doing a good job keeping it very close, and Game & Watch can just take stocks. Like, a down smash, F smash will straight up kill you at 50, and I'm not even lying about that percent. It will just kill you.
Oh, yeah, I agree 100%.
So,
and like what you're saying about PR, like Doofus wasn't ranked last season, but he will be this season.
Yeah.
He's been piping up.
Really?
Hard.
He's been on the come up?
Yeah, he's gonna be on the next one, assuming everything goes well. But yeah, like you're saying,
good for him. Yeah,
it's a really close
backer
game so far. Great there.
Also, by the way, Game & Watch backer is like really disjointed for no reason. It's like an actual sword.
It's like obscenely disjointed.
It's obscenely disjointed. Kills early is safe, and you can do like 7 of them in a short hop. It's like why?
Right?
But Nair should be a couple uppers, and that's so much damage. Oh, he went for the cheese.
Yeah, something that like not Game Watch. Mega Man kind of has trouble dealing with, like, once you get hit, you're kind of like a ragdoll for a little bit. You don't have the greatest defensive options.
He has amazing defensive options, but he is combo food. Like
that's what I meant.
Like yeah. So he's very good in terms of like when he's landing, his downer is very good, leaf shield's very good. But while you're hitting him, he is just a meat shield that you can lay into. And even though you're behind his Game Watch, you're definitely not out unless you hit by the backer.
Great positioning by Velta, man. We saw a couple of phenomenal recoveries by Doofus there, but Velta had the right position, had the right timing, and ended up sealing the game in game 1.
The one thing that will be pretty good for Game & Watch in the matchup is that you can't really get edge guarded. Game & Watch has one of the best recoveries in the game, and Mega Man, although he might not seem like it, he's an extremely edge guard based character. Like, if you watch Waltz, for example, play in Austin, the dude gets almost all of his kills from backers off ledge.
Sure.
I feel like 2 frames or just like going out for far backers. And Velta as well is not afraid to go for those, as you saw that game. But the thing is, Game Watch is very good at avoiding them. So that means that you have to play very conservatively when you're on ledge. What's more important now than being off stage or on stage is how do you get off ledge's Game Watch without dying? Because he lost most of his stocks that game from dying at disadvantage.
Yeah, exactly. And like I mentioned before, Velta is such a supremely one of the best ledge trappers behind Nico and Houston. And yeah, like you're saying, like it's hard not to die to ledge trapping because you're that light. A bear will obliterate you at 100.
It's also just scary because like let's say you roll in, he reads it, you're taking it up till you might die at 70.
And sometimes he throws out an F smash, just that condition.
Oh, F smash! Wow, okay, that reflected that. It reflected the tornado. But in this bucket in some. Wow, I take back what I said. He's getting the he has to air dodge here. Oh. Wow. So that's an example of knowing your limits perfectly, right? He's played Game Watch enough to know that you can have that really big air dodge and get back to ledge. Could have hit up tilt there, I think. But one thing I'm surprised back takers. I'm surprised that bucket isn't really being that useful. Like because you can't really reflect that much stuff, and absorbing pellets isn't really useful. It almost feels like he has a missing move.
Yeah. I don't think bucket's phenomenal in this matchup. I think because you really haven't seen like. The thing you want at bucket is like F smash and Metal Blade reflecting. Yeah, we haven't really seen him throw it out a lot.
Exactly. And even though, like, yes, in theory, it could be very good, it's not working because Velta is playing so well around it, knowing, hey, I can't throw out random F smashes, I can't throw out random crash bombers. I'm just going to be using pellets, backers, and then occasional Metal Blades to mean that, for example, he just got a really big punish for that grab, putting him in disadvantage just because he used bucket on 1 pellet.
Right. Yeah, and again, it's not worth it on pellets, like as we're seeing, you know, like it'll kind of create a stalemate realistically, but that's about it.
I also don't think he's hit a bucket once, so I think we need to see Doofus going for a little bit less of buckets and a little bit more. I mean, I don't exactly know what you go for in this matchup, right? Like, just more grabs, more backers, using that disjoint, but
I don't think he's had the distance to even find a grab here. I think like it's very difficult to find your openings here against or as Game & Watch.
And Velta's playing extremely well this game. I mean, he's making like last game it was a little bit closer. He's making very little mistakes this game. He's playing so well in advantage state. Like that could have been a backer in a stock. That was such an optimistic grab. I'm surprised he went for that. Sure. That's back and takes it. Yeah.
Velta's in control, man. Doofus, a couple of high recoveries that haven't been super working, getting called out with the bear so far.
And the thing is, like, that wasn't close to killing early. Yes, it kills early off stage, but on stage, how do you kill Mega Man? I guess the forward on ledge, but can you do that 2 more times?
Yeah, you're like,
that's the problem.
You got that stock, he's not going to do it for this game.
He's not going to hit by that again, right? Yeah, and the thing is, like, Mega Man is also one of the scariest characters to come back against because his damage output is so annoying, and you can't take early stock. Like, taking early stocks against Mega Man is very hard. He's such, like, a durable character.
Absolutely. I think that's one of his best
disgusting.
attributes, right?
He could cover that from the other edge of the stage.
Isn't that fucked?
That's actually fucked. Sorry for our language, but Mega Man deserves it. Disgusting character.
What he's gonna get here?
I knew it. I could feel the up tilt come. I was like, this man's going to go for an up tilt.
No way you're gonna have.
Because he could have just gone for like a forward. It was like, no, the fact that he isn't doing any options, he wants the sauce right now.
And I mean, you kind of have the leeway for it.
You're feeling so fine right now as Velta. Yeah, up smash takes it. Good job from Velta coming out.
Yeah, congrats to Velta making it to top 16. He's gonna be playing later at 4.
6.
That's the other even number.
Yeah.
And good stuff to Velta. He looked really like.
He did look very good. I mean, it felt like he wasn't